Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to walk you through the process of this drawing and how I was able to create it and make it look the way it does. So when I'm doing my drawing, my baseline sketch, I kind of play around with the position that I want, which is why you'll see a lot of changes, or a few changes here and there to what I'm putting down for like his legs, because his legs are really, they were the hardest. He's kind of like a cat that never missed leg day. He is very muscular. And it's not something I'm used to, so something that can help you with that whenever you're drawing something that you haven't really tried before, you're just kind of not sure how to go about it, you need to get a bunch of different reference photos to give you different angles of the subject you're trying to draw. That way you kind of can figure out on your own how he would look in the pose you're wanting to put him in. Because if you try and go just based off of what you have in your head, it's not going to look right. It's going to be very frustrating and take way longer than it should, which honestly this drawing took longer than it should anyways, but I'm happy with the overall results. And yeah, so when I'm doing the bottom part, you can see it's really scratchy. It's a lot scratchier than the top part. I was more focused on how I wanted him to be very precise, like with his face, but the body I was struggling with, so I kind of just gave a bunch of gesture lines to kind of help me figure out where everything needed to be, and then I go back over that with an ink and another layer. In Procreate I go over that with an ink drawing, and then I completely clear out the bottom drawing. That way I have a fresh line to work with when I start doing the background colors. Now for the background colors, I start off with the main sunset, and I'm using an airbrush. I mostly use the airbrush tool in Procreate just because it's the one I'm the most comfortable with so far, but I do plan on branching out with the next few drawings and trying different ones so that I can kind of be very versatile in the brushes and not just get comfortable with using one or two. The clouds, I used I think 3 or 4 different brushes. I know I used the cloud brush, the cotton brush. I used the cotton brush the most, surprisingly. The cloud brush I used to kind of just get the base, like the darkest part of the cloud, and then like I used the cotton brush for a lot of the detail. And then I used the airbrush kind of towards the very bottom where the cloud fades into the sunset background. And then I used the, it's the light pen or the light brush, one of the ones that's the luminance brushes. I used that to kind of give that highlight look behind the cloud and a little bit at the very bottom. Now with the stars, I actually started out just doing little dots here and there, and it was taking so long and not giving me the look I wanted. So I was able to go online and download for free actually several different star brushes, and I was actually really excited to find that out. I didn't know I could do that, and if you are looking for a certain kind of brush, I would suggest going online and seeing if there's a free version of it before you go and pay $6 or however much it is for a pack that they have, because you know, I'm very cheap. I don't like to spend more money than I have to, so I was excited to find that out. Now for Solgaleo, I started out with his details. I wanted to make sure I had all his details down right and I wasn't exactly sure how I wanted to shade him, so I figured starting with the details would kind of help me figure that out. And I really wanted his eyes and his nose area. I wanted those to stand out and be really kind of luminous, like glowy effect, because first of all, I love the way they designed him right there. Like, that is the coolest part about Solgaleo to me, and that's why I think I love him so much, besides the fact that he's adorable. But I love the starry effect that he has, and I wanted it to be really luminous like a starry night would be. So, and also I just wanted that to kind of contrast with the background, since it is kind of going from night to morning. It still has that dark light, so you would have that luminous there. For his details at the bottom, it really wasn't super hard. I didn't have any problems there. I really think I struggled the most with figuring out how I was going to shade him. I didn't know if I wanted him to be super dark because the sunlight was coming from behind him, but I knew if he was super dark, it would be, I didn't want to lose a lot of his detail overall. I wanted to have it look like the light was coming from behind him, but still have it to where there is some light in front of him as well. So that's why he's not like super dark up front. But yeah, this drawing turned out a lot better than I expected. It took a lot longer. I feel like they slowly get longer and longer as I go along, but I'm really happy with how this came out, and I hope you guys like it. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below and I will get back to you. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of the video, and thank you for watching.